Back here today with Rich Norton, who, of course, as usual, is out in the field in his car working on closing merchant accounts. How you doing today, Rich?
I'm doing great writing merchants. In fact, after this, I got a deal waiting for me down the road and just waiting for her to get in there. And so, yeah, I love it. That's to me, somebody was talking about that the other day. And to me, that's the best part about what we do. And when people ask, why do you still do it? Because I love it. I enjoy it. I love the challenge every day of going out and writing merchants. And I love helping people and I love interacting with people. That's the best part. My passion is to teach people how to be incredibly successful, but I really enjoy writing merchants up.
Yeah, I know how you do. It's great. I love it. So, and I think it's great too because you give a lot of context on the podcast because you're doing this. You're out in the field. You're getting that experience, and so I really enjoy it. So we've been talking the last couple of weeks about these slightly more complex deals. They need a point of sale or an integration or something. So here's my question today. So in those situations, like we talked about last week, where we do need to bring in some experts, whether that's to do a demo, whether that's
Yes.
to explore an integration, the problem I find is those experts are, not always the best salespeople per se. So how do you, as the salesperson, what is your role? You want to prepare them for it. You don't want to get in the way, but you want to close the sale. Talk about how you interact with the team that way.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of scenarios when it comes to that. Like, for example, you take new representatives and they have this amazing opportunity. And we tell everybody when you're first starting out, get a warm list. And they got warm list, whether it's a friend or a brother or someone they go to church with. And they have this amazing opportunity that's very complicated. And a new representative doesn't fully understand it. So
Mhm.
this is where we get our enterprise team, which we have within our group right here. And the nice thing about that, because you make a great point, just because they are part of that integration team, here's what I have found, or a POS team
Mhm.
separate from what we're doing. A lot of them aren't very good salespeople. You
Right.
know what I mean? They're
That's
they're
not their
good at
role.
explaining everything. Yeah, that's not their role. The benefit with us having that executive team, not only are they smart when it comes to that area, but they're closers as well. And
Right.
we have guys like I mentioned about our executive team, Brian Ehrlich, Charles Wright, Len Katz, all experts in different areas. So we tell representatives, let's turn it over to them. You can be on the call and let them explain the program and let them close the deal. How awesome is that? They just
Yeah.
have to sit back. We've had representatives get on there and then they start talking and they don't make any sense at all. And you want to tell them, shut up. It's like, and so we let them know right up front, we're turning this over. You can be on the call. Your job is just to introduce me, and then I'm going to take it over from there and we're going to close the deal together. So you don't have to put your 2 cents in at this
Right.
point.
Right.
Take advantage, learn on the opportunity. And then on the other hand, because I've had or companies that we're partnered up with that are presenting a point of sale, and this guy's presenting it, going on. I'm on with the merchant, and they're going on and on and on. And I'm almost falling asleep listening to this guy. Right?
We've
We're
all been on
over
a demo like
explaining.
this.
Yes, yeah, they're over explaining it, and it's like I had to interrupt them and say, okay, does this sound like the program that would fit your needs? And they were like, yeah, this sounds great. Okay, we don't really need to explain anything more. Here's the program. This is how it's going to work. And I close the deal right on the
Right.
spot. Because when we over explain, and I get that, when you get some of these, and I love them all, point of sale, but I love them, but let that be out there. But they're not, many of them are not salespeople. So let them
Right.
explain it. And I'll tell them up front, just look, this merchant wants a point of sale. You can show it to them real quick. Just explain it, show the features and benefits. Let's find out what their needs are. And
Right.
then let me take it over from there and we'll close the deal. And I've done that. Well, like, man, they got some new features on this point of sale. I want one for myself. This is
Right.
great. Does this fit your needs? Yeah, it does. Is there anything else that you needed? And if there is, I'll say, do we have that? Yes. How does that work? So you can kind
Right.
of work together with the point of
Yeah.
sale or the integrations people. But there's two different scenarios when it comes having
Yeah.
the executive team where you have the blessing of being able to have the team that's going to
Right.
help you and help you close a deal. Then you got the sale or the integrations department that are just great explainers, not great salespeople. So that's where
Yeah.
you got to jump in and close a deal.
Yeah, I love it. Good stuff, Rich. As always, that's awesome. So we have one more week on this. I have one more question for you I'm going to ask next week, but I'm going to wait on it until then. So for right now, for those who are hearing this and they're saying, hey, I'm losing deals left and right because they do need integrated payments, so they need point of sale. I'm in over my head. I don't have that help. I don't have that team. Where would you send them to learn more about working with you guys?
Yeah, that's a great point because that's what I hear all the time through the hundreds of calls that I'm getting. And this is not putting down other companies. It's like, hey, I'm out here in the field and all they told me was sell this machine, cash discount. That's it. People are asking me questions. I have no idea. It's a whole nother language. That's
Right.
why it's important to get with a team that's going to help you because there's so many opportunities out there. You don't want to miss them. Reach out to me. My phone number is 904-434-4635. You can text me, email me, payrock, Rich Norton, Payroc, Rich Norton at gmail.com.
Awesome. Thanks, Rich.